गणेशाय नमस्तुभ्यं हेरम्बाय एकदन्तिनि स्वानन्दवासिने तुभ्यं ब्रह्मणस्पतये नमः। एकदन्तं चतुरस्तं पार्श्वङ्कुशधारिणं तं च वरदं हस्तैर्दधानं शकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदं शुष्पकर्णकं रक्तवातसं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः स्फूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमुच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च शिष्टादौ प्रकृतिपुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायन्ति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनाम्बरः। ओम नमो व्रातपते नमो गणपते नमः प्रमदपते नमस्ते अस्तु लंबोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने सुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः। So today we begin with chapter 15, where Shiva is telling about what he saw in his heart when Gajanana manifested before him as a light in his heart. Means all the Panchadevas were meditating and contemplating on Gajanana, but only for at the first manifestation was in the heart of Shankara Shiva. So Shiva bows down to Ganesha and he says, and actually Ganesha is pleased with Shiva's dedication and he says, "Oh, illustrious Shambhu, you were under the spell of my Maya. That is why you were deluded. And that is, but now that you all have done penance, remember yesterday we were discussing where all these Pancha Ishwaras were trying to test between each other who is superior of themselves amongst them. Brahma says, I'm superior. Vishnu says, I'm superior. Then Shambhu says, I'm the most superior of all of you. And then Shiva, Surya, and Shakti also comes and says that we are also superior. Ultimately, after testing each other, they come to the conclusion we are all equally superior and that we are all equally creation. We have been equally created with power, with different powers by the Lord, by the Supreme Paramatma. He has allotted some functions for each of us which are different from each other, but we are all superior equally. Then, and so out of their powers, they created that their own respective lokas, but then they were not able to proceed further. So they once again meditated and Gajanana manifested first in Shiva's heart. And he says, Shiva asked why we were trying to fight with each other as to gain superiority. So Vakratunda says, see, you were under the spell of Maya, my Maya. That is why you were all deluded. But now that you have realized that you were deluded, you have been purified. Therefore, you could see me once again. So similarly, then afterwards, Shiva thanks. He's grateful to Gajanana. He bows down and after extolling his praise, he opens his eyes. Then Vishnu, Shakti, Surya, Shiva, Surya, all and Brahma, they also say, yeah, we also saw like that, and we also visualize Ganesha in our hearts, and now even our delusion has gone. Our that Maya, covering of Maya, by which we thought we were superior, that has gone, and we have been purified. So then the five devas then together, they once now after Ganesha, after manifesting in their hearts, he simply disappears. He removes their delusion, he removes the Maya, the veil of Maya, and he disappears from their heart. Yeah. He becomes adrishya. he becomes unseen. It disappears from there. So then so when he has when Gajanana disappears from their heart, they were again frightened. Are where Gajanana has gone away, the supreme Paramatma has gone away, so now what are we to do? So they once again meditated. All of them meditated together, all the five Panchadevas. Then Vakratunda manifested in front of them. So then they could see his physical form. They could see he had three eyes. He was Chaturbhuja, and they worshipped him, and they extolled his praise, saying that, "Oh Lambodara, our salutations to you. You have the Seshanaga tied around your waist, around the Nabi. You have O Ekadanta, to the one with Shurpakarna, the eye, the ear, the huge, large ears like the winnowing fans. We prostrate to you. We bow to you, to your red body, to the body which is with the lepa, sindura, the lepa of sindura, that is the covering. He has applied sindura all over his body. To the one who is red in color, we bow to you. To the one who is enormous, but he is subtle, we bow to you. You are the Lord of Siddhi and Buddhi, but you have the sovereign power, we bow to you. To the one who is adorned by the Chintamani jewel, to the one who is avyakta, to the one who is beyond the experience of the mind and who is beyond expression in words. Manovani Vihina and Manovani Maya also. The one who is the form of expression as well as in words, as well as who is beyond that which can be conceived by the brain, by the mind, and can be expressed in words. To that Brahmanaspati, to that Mahika, we bow to you. So after extolling the praise by these Panchadevas, they bowed down to him. And Dundi Raja, that Ganesha, he says, I am pleased with this stotra. O Devas, I bless you that you will have steadfast devotion towards me. And you will be able to bless your devotees with the siddhis that you possess. Okay, so you are dependent on me, but your devotees will be dependent on you for siddhis. So you are being created as a part of my ansh. That is, they are manifestation of an ansh of Shiva. And so they are endowed with the powers of Ganesha to the extent that he has given them for that work of creation, preservation, destruction, everything. Surya is the Atma, Shakti has all the qualities. So I have revealed my enigma to you. I have revealed my secret, my essence to you, by which you have acquired this knowledge. As a result, you have become endowed with knowledge forever, and you'll be free of such delusion and become like me. You will become Atma Rupa like me. So this ends the 15th chapter. This was a small chapter, just sort of enlightening, giving the knowledge to these Panchadevas. Now, what these Panchadevas do with it, that is given in the 16th chapter, where there is this essence of Ganesh Gita is given. Ganesh Gita comes in the last chapter, last khand, ninth khand of the Mudgal Puran. But in this chapter 16, there is an essence of the Ganesh Gita. We will not go into the entire chapter 16 because it contains in a capsule form the entire Ganesh Gita. So it is very much in depth. But I'll briefly will take the introduction to that Ganesh Gita. That is the very form of Ganesha. What does it signify? We have touched upon this in the earlier chapters, where Twam, the first thing which the Mahavakya see Ganesha, he has given in the first knowledge. Ganesha, when he imparted that knowledge, he imparted it to Ganaka Rishi. Ganaka to Mahavishnu, first to Mahavishnu, and Ganaka Rishi was, of course, a manifestation of Ganesha himself. So Ganaka Rishi brought it from the Rishi Loka, the Tapo Loka, to the earth when Mahavishnu also forgot the teachings of Ganesha. So Ganaka Rishi had to manifest to to establish this knowledge of Ganesha on earth. And initially, that was in the form of Mahavakyas. There were about 114 Mahavakyas. Many of them, some of them, like a few which we know, which are very familiar, Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasi. So these are Vakyas, Mahavakyas, or the Veda Vyakas, the statements appear in other Upanishads, in Vedas also, different, like Katha Upanishad, Kena Upanishad, Ishavasya Upanishad. In these Upanishads also these Mahavakyas appear, and there it is explained between in those respective Upanishads where the conversation happens between one guru and a particular Sishya. And the Sishya asks a question that Guru has explained to those Mahavakyas. So here also, the one Mahavakya which is mentioned is that of Tattvamasi. Tvam is the body, the Deha of Gajanana or the Virata Purusha, which consists of all the forms, whereas the head is consisting of the formless. So tat is the head part, which is formless, which is the unmanifest form. Tvam is the physical form, which exists as the world if you take the macrocosmic aspect, and microcosmic as a human or an individual living organism. And Asi is Tattvamas. Asi is beingness, the joining, the connection between Tat and Tvam. So that is the total meaning of Tattvamasi. So it is a connection or the union of the consciousness and the uh, form. So Deha and Dehi, it is a connection between that. So that is how this word Gajanana is formed. Ga stands for the head part, which is that of an elephant. And Ja stands for that which is born, that is which has the form. That is Anana is a form of the trunk of an elephant. So that is a union of between the two is Gajanana. So this is the initial introduction of the Ganesh Gita, where the form as the very form of Ganesha is explained, of that of the Supreme Brahma. Then he goes on to explain the various other things from that supreme being of light, which Gajanana exists in the Swananda Loka. Just like Vaikuntha for Vishnu, Shiva has his own Kailash and other lokas. Ganesha has the Swananda Loka. From Swananda Loka, he comes down to the actual world, the physical, gross aspect, going through all the various primordial elements. We saw the 22 tattvas, all that. That is the descent of the supreme from. So there are two terms which you must remember: Swata Uttana and Parata Uttana. Uttana is lifting up or manifestation or awakening. Swata Uttana, from within oneself, within the self. So when the supreme manifests, comes down to manifest as this universe, it is Swata, it comes from within him. So that is Swata Uttana. And Parata Uttana is when the forms, we as human beings try to realize the supreme. It is a return to the supreme. So it is an ascent. Okay. So we will carry forward this discussion. It goes very much deep into each of these concepts. Of course, in Ganesh Gita, it is explained in a number of verses. There are lots of verses which explain each of these in detail. Here, it is just given as a capsule form. And we must remember one thing, that is this Ganesh Gita, Mudgal Puran, this knowledge about Ganesha as Brahmanaspati, Lord of all Brahmas, is Advaita philosophy. Advaita, that is, there is non-dual. It is non-duality. It is the same one supreme who has an unmanifest form and who manifests as the world. So it is an Advaita philosophy. If we go to our own Indian scriptures, Shastras, there are various philosophies. Advaita philosophy, Dvaita philosophy, that God is separate and this world is separate. So there is a duality. We were, because that is because, see, as I told you in the beginning, in Satya Yuga, in the when the world cosmos was in the early stages, our entire knowledge was available to us. That is, we worked with 100% brain capacity. Then when we come to Treta Yuga, we use only 75% of our ability or our capabilities, that is knowledge. Then when we come to Dwapara Yuga, we use only 50%. In Kali Yuga, we use only 25%. They say 25%, but as per scientific discovery, we use only 1% of our brain, even less. So we use such small amounts. So it is impossible for us to grasp the totality of this whole thing. So it's so difficult to understand. We may understand it like a picture, but we can't understand it as a way of knowing, as a way of experiencing it. So for that, we need to go deeper and deeper and deeper, come to its atom level. Usko tod faad ke, like how, if you have a car, a toy car, the children, what they do, they break it open and they go to see kya kya hai iska andar. All of the parts, you dismantle the whole thing. We dismantle the whole thing and then we arrive at the smallest part. And then, so when we arrive at the small, uska steering kaisa hai, usko kaisa connect hota hai, all that, when you break open the car, tab jaake pata chalta, oh, ye hai totality. Then you have a better knowledge and then you can make a replica of it. Now that is how man is trying to, we have tried to know our mind, our brain, our all the cells and everything. Now we want to create something like that. So we create an artificial intelligence. We have created one artificial intelligence mechanically, that is through the computers by way of software programs, and we want it to do all what we are supposed to do. We have already done, we think we have done everything, so now we want someone to assist us. We'll do all our jobs easily and we will relax and we will just rest and recuperation 365 days of the year. So we don't want to work, so we want that artificial intelligence to do all the work for us. Yes, to some extent it may do, but then it, hum buddhi brusht ho jayenge. That is, we will lose our capacity to think and to be able to replicate what that artificial intelligence is doing. So all the software programs which some other generation has done and kept, that is in the 80s 90s, jo banaya hai all the software, that what we used to do in Oracle and DBase and Unix and C plus and all that, which the foundations which started the computer and all the programs that was built up on that, and then which has reached to this level, all that thinking ability we will lose. And yesterday I was just seeing one video where that NVIDIA, the founder of NVIDIA, who started this AI, founder of AI, with what concept did he start? So somebody was asking him whether this AI generated robot that we have created, whether it will can behave like a human being, whether it will have a consciousness of its own, whether it will start thinking on its own and it will start commanding us. Matlab, it will have an existence of its own. He says we didn't create it with that intention, but it looks that it will start having a consciousness of its own. So they asked, how are you saying that? After all, programs हमने बनाया, उसका जो structure, a robotic structure they are preparing, it is all of iron and metals and wires and everything. So then how it can have a consciousness of its own? So that I think his name is Tim, right? NVIDIA. Now, what's his name? He was saying the fundamental concept with which we started that artificial intelligence was, we didn't tell it what to do. We didn't feed it with all these programs. What we fed it with, the basic funda was how the mind learns. कैसे mind किसी चीज को सीखता है. That is how it observes the repeated patterns, and from that it arrives at conclusions, and then we act upon it. How the process of learning is what we fed into that artificial intelligence. That is a seed of that artificial intelligence. So by and by, It started learning on its own. जो हमने feed करने लगे, all the data that we started feeding it with, what not only the contemporary means abhi jo chal raha hai, but also the earlier the Puranas and the earlier discoveries, the scientific discoveries, all what we started feeding it, it started learning. So we fed it with the formula for learning. So there is every possibility that it will develop consciousness on its own. So that is the fear. So he resigned from NVIDIA. He has resigned and gone. He says, "Now this is not my baby. I am not responsible for this. I'm going." So he has gone. Now, and that same thing, one of the our Swamis, one of the saints who has an ashram and all, he was also mentioning same thing. He was saying that NVIDIA and there's people who copied the artificial intelligence. He said it in a different way. He said that these people have started this artificial intelligence by taking the circuitry copy of the goddess Saraswati. You know, they said that the visions which the Rishis and Munis in the ancient times, they visualized goddess Saraswati. They thought that goddess Saraswati is everything, knowledge and everything. So that uska jo vision, they saw her in the form of light. They didn't see her physical form. So that light ka jo circuitry hai, usko us machine mein dal diya. Which is understanding of what they actually did. Then the one who did really the programming, he revealed it in one of the videos what they really did. so so we have created one um, thing called artificial intelligence, and now we are afraid that it will take us over. So let us see how we can keep it in under control, and how we can prevent it prevent from losing our control, from losing our control to that machine or that artificial intelligence. So we'll see. This is all these are secrets which are contained in our Puranas. It is how we cull it out, how we understand our interpretations, and how we get the secrets out of these words which have been which has been spoken eons ago. So we'll conclude here at this point, and we'll come to our meditation, regular meditation. Gather all the thoughts and bring all your attention to yourself. See that your feet is firmly placed on the floor. Your hands on your laps with palms facing upwards. Eyes gently closed. With a pleasant smile, observe your breathing, which happens normally and naturally. We don't have to put any effort there. The life force that is around all of us, in the atmosphere, in the air that we breathe, which we breathe along with the oxygen and nourishing us, our heart, our blood circulation. That pranavayu, that breath of life force, assumes various forms, various powers, transforms within our body, and performs various functions within the body. This wonderful machine that we are, which has its own clockwork system, which wakes you up in the morning, puts you to sleep when the sun sets. The biological clock within functions from the time you're born till you die with clockwork precision, running all the systems within the respiratory system, the circulatory system, the digestive system, the excretory system, the reproduction. All of it runs on its own. It has an energy system within, of which we are aware to some extent, but have no control. It carries on this work in the body, supplying energy where required. It is when we direct our attention on that energy, on that system or that part of the body, that the energy flows there. Energy goes where attention goes. When we focus our attention on a particular thought, that energy is directed there. Energy flows wherever our focus expands. When our focus is external, our energy flows outward into the world outside. When our focus is to go to work, our energy enables us to move out and perform those actions that carry us out to the place of work. Part of it is conscious, part of it is unconscious. We don't give it much thought because our work gets done anyway. We have taken things for granted. We didn't have to learn everything. Some things came naturally, inbuilt in us. This knowledge was built in within the DNA in each cell in your body. And the energy flow through the breathing day in and day out from moment to moment, 24 hours a day, gave it the energy supply to keep that memory alive, to activate that knowledge within the DNA to perform the various functions in the body. Try to visualize the enormity of this. Just this knowledge, just this understanding of how the trillions of cells that are in the body are working in unison, just merely activated by the life force in you that energizes the memory in the DNA and carries out the different functions in the body. The excretory system does not do the function of the circulatory system. The digestive system is different from the respiratory system. But each one is acting upon your inherent intelligence and helping you function in this world. This very mechanism which is in your body, in the physical body, constructed beautifully with the proper proportion of the five elements of earth, fire, water, air, and space. A combination of these elements, which by itself are unique and separate, but when they come together in a certain way, with a certain intelligence, with the right consciousness, awareness, and energy supply, we have this beautiful machine called the human body. We are supposed to drive it. Many times it drives us. The Krishna, who is the charioteer, who is driving the chariot where Arjuna is seated, ready to go for war, for a battle. Arjuna is each one of us. The chariot is this body. Krishna is our soul. The horses are the five sense organs: the ears, the eyes, the nose, the tongue, the skin, which receives inputs from all around. The physical or horses are the karmendriyas, the hands, the legs, the digestive system, the excretory system, the reproductive system, which is the anus, and all other organs in the body. The whole of the Gita is you. The 18 chapters that contain the knowledge has to be imbibed in this body to be able to bring out that music to us. Krishna uses us as the flute to play the music through our desires. Our desires determine the tune, how we are playing it. Krishna is consciousness. He is indifferent to the tune we play. He is Samabrahma. He is equanimous. So we need to choose the tune we want to play. And unless this human body is fine tuned, the music that comes out of us will reflect what is within. Our inner body, inner being is reflected outside through our thoughts and actions. Reflect on that. Reflect how much we are able to create the world we want by regulating our thoughts and actions. We have it within to create a world of peace, at least the world that we know as individuals, our world. After all, individuals become the collective. The consciousness within each of us is the same. It is in the light of that consciousness that all of us function. So it is only the rest of it, the material aspect, that makes all the difference. And each one of us experience things differently. Each one is unique. You may be from the same family. You may be siblings. You may be even twins. But none of us are the same. You are the only original. Treasure your uniqueness and make the most of your abilities in the here and now. An awareness of this capacity within us, this uniqueness, the enormous potential that we have, the dormant energy within us, the generations of knowledge, the lifetimes of knowledge that is embedded in our DNA, just waiting to be released, just waiting to be known, to be understood, to be revealed, to be expressed. Connect to that inner core, connect to that deepest part within you. Search it in yourself, search it within your body. Where is it? Where do you feel the deepest? Where do you feel this is me? Get into that deepest part of your body. That space is absolutely pure. Just be there. You may not connect to any particular organ or part of the body. It just could be in a vacuum within you, but you can feel it in that space within yourself. It could be in the entire aura within you. Don't connect it to any particular organ in the body. It could be a part, but not necessary. There's so much peace in that space. Be in tune to what is rising from that space. You don't have to look for anything. It will emerge from that space, giving you the direction, giving you your purpose in life. If some thought comes, now observe that thought. What is it trying to tell you? That thought has emerged from that deepest silence within you. It's not from the mind. Hold on to that thought. You don't have to build anything around that right now. Just hold on to the energy of that thought that will guide you on your path in the days to come. Slowly bring your attention to your breathing. Don't yet start thinking anything. If your breathing had stopped, okay, feel the breath as it enters the nostril. Feel your heartbeat. Slow the breath. Feel the breath as it enters the lungs. Feel the feet on the ground. If it's frozen or gone numb, slightly wriggle your toes. Slowly move your fingers. Rub your palms together. Cup your palms. Place it on the eyes. Keep the eyes closed. Slowly rub your hands on your face. Let the eyes remain closed for some more time. Slowly, slowly, very slowly, gently open your eyes. Let the eyes adjust to the light outside. You can gently rub your eyes. It was deep, is it not? Yeah. As a collective, we seem to have gone somewhere. Yes. I'll send you the recording also, so you can play it over again whenever you want. Okay, so today is Saturday, and now I think by now our entire mind is detoxified. But the question still remains. There is some detoxification of the mind. We went into the body, into our energy body. Very easy. It is easier to go into the energy body than tackle this mind. You know, if you keep the mind away, it's easier, sort of easier to get into our system. Um, but then there are some the vikrutis of the mind, that is there in the next chapter in Mudgal Puran, that is Vikshipta, Kshipta, all the Mudha and all those things. So when we look into that, we will see the texture of each of those tendencies of the mind, the vasanas, the vagaries of the mind. So then we can help in removing those or reducing those by and by. And then thereby totally will be positive only. We'll be only positive. Those things will not affect us at all. Okay. So we will conclude here. This is one. This is a book which is available in Amazon also, where Sahaja Yoga methods for treatment of various illnesses are also there. This Sahaja Yoga, Heal and Integrate Your Subtle Energy System. And this is the bigger book, which is a combination of three books actually. This was the first book, um, Self Unfoldment and Transformation. Then there was Mystery of Sound, and there's also Incarnation. So all those three of them put together because this book, which was republished. And there was another one also which was republished with the same titles, with a different cover. So sometimes the covers are different, because every time a publisher wants to republish it, he puts his own cover design, and then they publish. So 3, 4 different versions of the same book are available in on Amazon itself. So you can choose if you whichever you want. so that just when you want to refer to something, you'll always get like a reference book to have. It's always good to have one. Okay, yes. Somebody want whose hand is up? Yes, Govikar.
You referred that aura,
Yeah.
you like to go deeper into that.
Okay, so we'll go deeper into aura. Yes. Next time we will talk more about aura and
You,
how we can clear our aura,
that is
because aura is around us. It is almost up to 3 feet. Our aura extends beyond our body. Some people's aura is only up to 1 feet, or just very little, very about 6 inches. So we need to expand our aura. When we expand our aura, we are able to protect ourselves better, and at the same time we will attract only those who are in vibe with our aura. That means who are opposing to us will not even come in our area. हमारे पेरिफेरी में भी, नजदीक में भी, दूर दूर तक नहीं आएगा. So only those who are comfortable, whom we feel comfortable with, and who will vibe with our thought, our feelings. So ऐसे ही लोग हमारे इर्द गिर्द रहेंगे, So then it is easier to live by, rather than living in conflict all the time. We are fighting all the time.
no, we
So
are
then
tolerating people. We are tolerating people.
we are tolerating them. We are tolerating our, means a very existence kind of,
Because we
roach.
cannot
We are just
we
tolerating.
cannot get rid of them.
We cannot get rid of them. So if we change our aura, they may not disappear, but our response to them will change. Means, or their response to us will change. वो change हो जाएगा. That is also good enough for us, because then we are in peace with our aura. So that also is there. We will go that into little by little. Okay, good, nice question, Govekar. Thanks for this. That will be. Uh, we'll take it forward.
Yeah, actually, I read about it a lot, but
Yeah,
I wanted to listen it from your mouth
yeah, we'll do that.
because you put it in a different way.
Yeah. No, this what we do here is experiential.
That's what
What
I'm.
we read, what is there in the books is just in the books. When we
Yeah,
read it, it is information. Just like we read the newspaper, we gather a lot of information. But when we put it in experience within ourselves, it becomes our own. हमको ये हमारा हो जाता है. We imbibe it, embody that knowledge. So then वो कोई छीन नहीं सकता. Nobody can steal it from us.
like
Okay, so we will meet on Monday. Tomorrow is Sunday, so take rest. Reflect on reflect on, do whatever you want in the do what. Okay, bye. Take care, Goikar. You're cold.
still not well.
Yeah, you need to go to the doctor and check for COVID.
Today evening I'll go again.
Okay.
He said that if you don't recover within 2 days,
Huh.
go further. So today,
Yeah, that there is
because I had a,
congestion.
before coming here, I had my bath at 6:30.
Okay.
Yesterday, day before, I did not have it. Because yesterday,
Okay.
I got up at 9 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
It was that bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and supposing if you have not been able to sleep properly because of this cough, you will tend to sleep
Yeah.
whenever you get
Last night,
sleep.
I could not sleep.
Ah, yes.
But still, I'm fresh.
Good, good.
I know that झपकी आता है थोड़ा देर बस एक कॉफ आता है फिर हम वापस जाग जाते हैं.
Ah.
That happens. Anyway, I'm used to it, staying.
Yeah.
Okay. Cheers to
Okay,
you.
bye. See
Bye.
you on Monday. Yeah. Jai Hind.